Welcome to my channel. Uh, I keep a I keep a notepad, if you want to call it that. It's electronic, but same thing. Of what I call, it's labeled special. It's named special requests. And what I do is when I read a comment that's interesting or that I want to follow up on later, I'll copy that comment, including the person's handle, over to the special request sheet. And then when I get time, I'll go through those. Today I had time to go through them, and I added a bunch of songs to my request list. And I also made a note of some things that I wanted to mention. I had a one comment that I had saved from a viewer who spends a lot of time on my channel, who said, "It would be very interesting to hear how your thoughts about music have changed after getting exposed to so many different kinds of music genres in this channel. I'll use age as a stereotype, but I believe it's safe to say that you've listened to many songs outside of your, quote, age group, unquote. Remember, I'm only saying this to make it easier to understand, and I know that people are different regardless of age. You must have listened to a lot of music you would never ever listen to or would never come across in your life. It'd be interesting to know what new genres you've now learned to appreciate, Paul. Thank you." Well, I've always been a country western fan for a long, long time. And I like some pop music, rock and roll, that kind of stuff. There were a few what they call hard rock or even metal songs that I liked over the years, but not a whole lot. When I was a young child, my mother used to take me down to Constitution Hall in downtown Washington, D.C., to concerts. And I hated it because I would always get a headache when I went. And I don't know why I did, but I did. And I grew to not like orchestral music and opera type music because that's what was primarily played at Constitution Hall. So I would say one thing that my channel has definitely done is opened me up to opera music, for sure, with Amira and some of the others that sing that genre, but particularly with Amira. That's something that where I left to my own devices, I never would have done, frankly. I never would have gone looking for opera music on YouTube. There are some others. I seriously doubt I ever would have found baby metal on my own. That's not, I would, even if somebody said, "Hey, you ought to watch this," I probably wouldn't have. But because it's requested, and I do requests, I had to do it. And so I got introduced to them, and I like them. I think they're a good group. There's a lot of music that I've been introduced to for the first time on my channel. And frankly, there's not much of it that I haven't liked. It's really been amazing to me, the broad range and spectrum of music that I've been introduced to and how much I've enjoyed it all. I'm thinking of groups like Anna Mae Conterite, which I never would have known about or even sought out or even listened to if someone had said you should listen to this. But I like them. I like the lead singer's voice, even though it's not, what you would call a pretty voice or a nice voice. I like it. It's appropriate for the music that they're singing. And there's some others too, but I would say that if I had not started my channel, I probably would still be listening to country western music and a smattering of other things, but not much. So I hope that answers your question. I had another user who said that I should watch Mark Colley is his name, singing Another Old Soldier. And so I played a little bit of that today, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to play this on my channel because I liked it, and it's country western, so kind of getting back to my roots. So that's what we're going to do. This is not a requested reaction as much as it is basically what the person who made this comment said is this is something you should listen to on your own. But I'm going to listen to it with you because I think it's a good song and I like it. And what I heard of it, I like the lyrics. So what the heck, I'm going to share it with you. Call this a bonus video, I suppose. Before we get into that, though, I do want to thank you for coming here and for watching me and for the support that you give me. It's amazing to me. It's always been amazing to me, and it will be amazing to me no matter what happens. I mean, when I look at my channel and the way that my channel just continues to add subscribers, it's mind-boggling to me. I was looking at some of the analytics that YouTube has for your YouTube channel, and I discovered that about 91% of the people who watch my videos never subscribe. So you think about that. I have almost 18,000 subscribers now. If the other 91% had subscribed, I'd be over 100,000. That just absolutely blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. That's just remarkable to me. Really remarkable. And hey, I'm happy for every single person that subscribes, and I'm not trying to build a big kingdom here. I don't monetize my channel, so adding users doesn't do anything for me except give me an ego boost, I suppose. If I needed such a thing, but I don't. I'm just wandering around, aren't I? But anyway, don't forget I always put the artist links in the description so that you can support them if you want to. And also, I am a request channel, so if you want to request a song, use the form. Don't put it in the comments because I don't do requests from comments. Although I just admitted to you that I do some, which I put into my special request sheet and then go fill in later. But in general, I do my requests from the request sheet that I get that's built from the request form that you fill out. And those links are in the description, by the way. So click on more, you'll see the links. Click on the link for the form, and then you can request whatever you want. And I'll do it. My viewers know I'll do anything. I even was asked to do commentary on a military operation, which is a little bit outside the area of music, but it was interesting and I enjoyed doing it. So anyway, before I make this video so long you don't want to watch it anymore, let's watch Mark Collier. And he is a country western singer, by the way, singing Another Old Soldier.
We're going to do a song for you now. This tune that we're about to do came to me on Memorial Day 2 years ago. My father passed away in a veterans hospital a few years ago, and his life, and along with the lives of a lot of other great Americans that I've been fortunate enough to be around in my life, inspired this song in me. And we included it on the Hardin County Line CD, and we'd like to do it for you now. It's called Another Old Soldier. He was haggard and gray, and he walked with a limp. He'd have him a smoke, and he'd take him a sip. Born in the summer of 24, son of a veteran of the First World War. He entered the service in 41, and he didn't come home till the fighting was done. wearing a silver star on his chest. Damn proud to say he was one of the best. 21 guns, the stars and stripes, an eye full of tears and a heart full of pride. When you hear that distant bugle play, another old soldier fades away, another old soldier fades away. He took a bullet in the hip outside in Chong, but he was back in the field by 51. Said Douglas MacArthur was a man among men, Harris Truman was a horse's end. Still he never questioned his Uncle Sam when they sent him into Vietnam. They brought him home in 73 on 100% disability. 21 guns, the stars and stripes, an eye full of tears and a heart full of pride. When you hear that distant bugle play, another old soldier fades away, another old soldier fades away. He loved this country with all of his might, right up until the day he died in a crowded ward at the local VA. Another old soldier fades away. 21 guns, the stars and stripes, an eye full of tears and a heart full of pride. When you hear that distant bugle play, another old soldier fades away, another old soldier fades away.
If you're not
Another old soldier fades away. Yeah. That song really makes me think. Makes me think about my cousin who was killed in Vietnam and all the men who've died through the years fighting wars. Some of them good wars, some of them not so good. It seems like, he sang about how his father was the son of a man who fought in World War I. There was a lot of those. World War I was a horrible war. Of course, no war is good, but it was extra special horrible. And the men that served and fought in that and came home, man, they had some memories to deal with. Really had some memories to deal with. But every man and woman who fights in war has to have memories that they have to deal with. There are things that you go through that you just can't describe to someone who's never been through it. They wouldn't believe you if you told them. I thought that was a good song. Good lyrics. Very good lyrics. And I would say, typical country western. That guy definitely had an accent. I don't know where he's from, but somewhere down south, Tennessee or Kentucky, somewhere around there. I'm guessing. I'll have to look him up, see where he's really from. Anyway, that's how we start the day here today. And now we're going to do 6 requested reactions, just like we do every day. And I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. And I really enjoy praying for you, my followers, because I believe firmly in God, absolutely 110% believe in God. I know for a fact that God exists. And so I know that when I pray to Him, He hears my prayers and He will honor them. And that's why I pray. And I pray that He will bless you as much as He's blessed me. And bless every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.